Welcome. I'm Meredith, and this is the Oasis Spiritual Empowerment Tarot, all about tarot, oracle, and empowering you. And today, I'd like to do a flip through of the Esoteric Buddhism of Japan oracle cards. So I got these the other day in my Llewellyn mini haul. So if you haven't seen that, I'll link it. But basically, I just did an unboxing of them and not a true walkthrough. So this is my second time filming this because I'm going to show you right from the start. This card is Goanzi Mayo. Okay. So take a look. So he's standing on these figures. Okay. Now if we look him up in the guidebook, he's actually standing on Parvati and Shiva. It's probably relevant to tell you that I am Hindu. So as you might imagine, I found this card a little troublesome. So I kind of went through, did a little research, and discovered that when this representation was created, it was during a time of some less than positive feelings between Hindu and Buddhist sects. Now, understand, Buddhism is an offshoot of Hinduism. They're kind of like kissing cousins in a lot of ways. I personally have very positive feelings about Buddhism. I'm not a Buddhist, but I certainly have no ill will, and I think that ultimately Buddhism and Hinduism have more things in common than not. So I understand where this came from. Certainly I don't believe that this was in any way the artist going off on their own or the creator. This is a common representation. It's not one I care for. And the funny thing is, I actually, when I started filming this, I picked this card because I didn't super love it and I wanted to look it up. Who he reminds me of is what was his name? It's like Lord Gordo or Gorgo from Mortal Kombat. Remember him? So yeah. So for me, now look, if you're not Hindu, it might not bother you at all. You might not care. So for me, I spent a little time and I went through, let me tell you, I went through the guidebook. So this is the only one that I really have a problem with. So of course I could just, move the deck on. I could just kind of, if it wasn't for the guidebook, I would have just figured he was just standing on some people, right? Like, I don't think it's super clear, not from what I can see, who they are. But now that I know, So basically, for me personally, what I've decided to do is just remove this card for me. I think that the deck is beautiful, and this doesn't spoil the deck for me. But be aware, if you are Hindu and thinking about this deck, that this, and maybe it won't bother you. I find this card bothersome, so it's just going away. And, that's just my thing. But again, if you're not Hindu, it might not bother you at all. And, understand too, I think, personally, that, when you read the pages for this guy, his attributes are basically the attributes of Lord Shiva. So I think it was like a Buddhist attempt to supplant Shiva. I mean, that's just my thing, but, and, whatever. Again, for me, I feel happy working with this deck just without that card. So, sorry for that probably too long thing. And as you can tell, they're not in order. But, I mean, it's an oracle, so I just thought I'd go through and show you all of the cards. And I mean, it really is a beautiful deck. The card stock is lovely. I should do the backs, right? So, and in case you're wondering, significantly bigger than a standard tarot. And the cards feel just so lovely. Like the card stock's fabulous. This card is beautiful. I mean, they're all beautiful. So I'm gonna stop saying that now. And then we'll pick one and read from the guidebook just so you have an idea of what the guidebook offers. Love him. Love this one too. Oh, I think this is my card. So, here, let's say. So in the guidebook, I guess we're jumping there now. There are guardian Buddhas for each Chinese zodiac sign. So I have the year of the ox. So yeah, so that's Kokuzu Bosatsu. So I like him. So glad it wasn't that other card. So, and the guidebook does give you a nice bit of information. So if you're not too familiar with Buddhism, it gives you, well, obviously it gives you information about the different Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, but it also gives you information about Buddhism itself. It gives you some mantras, ways to work with the cards, ways to work with the Buddhas. So it's a nice book. Yeah, and despite the whole beginning thing, I do really like the deck. So want to make that clear. I don't hold it against them. Because, again, it wasn't like it was, trying to be offensive in any way. I mean, the imagery was created, probably centuries ago. So it's just a commonplace thing at this point. Look at that. It's beautiful. And intention is everything. Okay, so let me show you a little bit more about the book, and then we'll maybe lay some cards out and pick just one to look at. So it does give you an introduction, talks about the cards themselves, talks about the different classes of Buddhas, right? So basically you have the Buddhas, that's that highest, they've attained enlightenment. Bodhisattvas, so here they're listed as Buddhas who are in spiritual training to attain enlightenment. Now, I'm going to tell you, my understanding of the Bodhisattvas were people who achieved enlightenment and chose to remain so that they could teach others and help others achieve enlightenment. So this is a different, and it may be different based upon area. It may be, maybe country to country they're different. I don't know. But I'm probably looking at it from a more Hindu or at least Indian perspective, whereas I think this is, Japanese perspective. So it could be different. Or I could absolutely be wrong, but yeah. Then we have wisdom kings. These are the Buddhas with the angry countenances who guide those who do not listen to Buddhist teachings. And then we have the heavenly deities, the Tenbu, Buddhas who were ancient Indian gods who turned to the Buddhist path and became protector gods. So I'm going to tell you right there, that's a little yucky too, but we're going to let it slide. We have the 6 realms and the 6 canon. The mandalas. And then it goes into the 13 Buddhas and then the guardian Buddhas, which are the ones assigned to the zodiac. Talks about how to use the cards, gives you a mantra, and a prayer, single card spread, mandala spread, and then it goes into the meanings. So, if you want to see how they shuffle, I'm sorry. If you see little flecks of paper, I was trimming a deck, and I need to go over it with a rolly to get up the little bits, and I just haven't done it yet. I mean, it shuffles beautifully. So now it is a bit, I have big hands, and it's a little bit of a stretch, but I can do it. If you have smaller hands, you might need to shuffle like this, but I mean, you can easily do it. So, and to show you how they look, maybe in a spread. I mean, they're beautiful. They're really beautiful. And I think the cards are fabulous quality. Yeah. So let's take a look. Well, here. Let's take a look at this card. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce that because I know. Oh, I opened right to it. I love it when that happens. I know I will mangle that name. And, I wish they gave pronunciations in the guidebook. I think that would be fabulous. In any case, so we have a mantra. And then it says, granting the hopes of humanity with the Chintamani stone and the Dharma chakra. And then it shows them in the book, where they are in the card. So then we have questions. What is it you wish to do? Make your wishes come true. Things born of careful consideration, successful relationships. Wisdom from the Buddha. So you get that with all of the cards. Now is not the time for action, but a time for stillness. Spend this time on relaxing and inner reflection. Are the opinions and reactions of others clouding your judgment? Worrying about results or getting things right the first time will only bring you further from your path. Your opinion will not always match those around you. Goals and aspirations that bubble up from deep in your soul, that make your heart feel joyful and light, that make you want to take action. These are your sincerest desires. Be sure to hold on to them and keep them safe. And then it talks about a deeper look, so it goes into this particular Buddha, who's one of the 6 canon, a savior to those wandering lost in the God realm. And it gives blessings, sound health, increased earnings, adoration. So, it's up to you how you want to use this. You could use this strictly intuitively, and there's a lot to pull from every card. Or you could come in and just say, all right, what are my blessings? And take those as like keywords. Or you could, use the guidebook a bit more. Also, that first kind of sentence helps add to the meaning of the card too, I would say. Yeah. So that's the deck. I really do like it. And I am going to hang on to it. That other card is gonna go away. Maybe I'll just sort of slip it into the guidebook, just so, if I do decide to move this deck on, it would be the complete deck for someone else. But let me know what you think. Does this deck appeal to you? Do you have it? Do you want it? Do you not want it? And let me know. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, just be wonderful to yourself, because you deserve it. You deserve the best, only the best, all the best. And that is my wish for you.